Hello, welcome to this week's weekly weight loss vlog. I'm a day late this week. It is Tuesday the 16th, yes, of April. Normally I record these on a Monday, of course, but I have been on a stag do over the weekend. I got back yesterday about 4 p.m. I can't quite remember. Had to get stuck into doing some work and just didn't have time. And if I'm being totally honest, didn't have the energy to record the vlog. It's been a nice weekend. It was a really, really good weekend. I say nice weekend. It's been a bit of a hectic, busy weekend, and obviously been relatively boozy. But yeah, it's been a good weekend. So yeah, doing the vlog today. So got a few bits to get through really that I'm going to talk about. So it was my check-in last week. Obviously been on a stag do for 3 days in Poland. So we'll have a chat about how that went. We'll look at my food, look at my movement. That's sort of kind of standard really. And then talk about next week or this week that's happening, to be honest with you. Right, let's do, what should we do first? Let's go in order. So let's go check-in. So last Thursday was my check-in. That's kind of how it felt. I did it Thursday because Friday we literally left the house at 3:15. Taxi was at 3:15. Because we were flying at 6:15 in the morning over to Warsaw in Poland. So yeah, I checked in on Thursday just because the last thing my head was wanting to do was to do a check-in and to jump on the scales. I mean, not that it takes any amount of time or anything, but I'd have probably forgotten, to be honest with you. So I checked in on Thursday and the results are in. 3 pounds down. So anyone that watches this, I will have discussed this maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago. I had a gain of 2.6 pounds. Not my last weekly weight loss vlog, but the last weekly weight loss vlog where I discussed a check-in. Oh, by the way, I don't think I did the dates last week. I know it doesn't really matter, but by the way, the dates I'm covering here is last week. It is, what would that be? The 8th of April up until the 14th of April. But yeah, so check-in 6, which was the 15th of March, which was about a month ago, I was 2.6 pounds heavier, so I gained 2.6 pounds. But last check-in, which was just before Easter, I dropped, I'm looking at 5.2 pounds. I'll pin this anyway. I know I always go on about this. I always go, oh, check your thing. I'm looking at my screen. I'll pin my progress sheet. You will see in the progress sheet another weigh-in, right? Ignore it. So I'm talking about check-in 8, the 11th of April. I will go through what check-in 9 is all about very, very shortly. But anyway, yeah, I will. I'll pin me progress sheet, and as always, this is the progress sheet that basically what my clients get. So if you come on my one-to-one plan, this is what you will get filled in. When you are a client of mine, I don't track this, but I also ask for steps. I ask for some measurements as well, so that all comes on the check-in sheet. This is just focusing on my weight. Anyway, so I was 5.2 pounds down just before Easter. And then Thursday, which includes Easter bank holiday weekend, where I kind of had another semi-weight loss break, as it were. Anyway, another 3 pounds down. So 22.2 pounds down in total from the 1st of January. So absolutely buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. And again, as you can see from that progress sheet that I've pinned up there, weight loss isn't linear. It's not a linear process. But the important data is where I started and where I'm currently at. That's kind of what we sort of focus on, and we look at the journey as a whole. So well chuffed with my check-in. Right, let's talk about I'll talk about number 9 now. So I've just had a weekend stag do. So I weighed myself on Thursday, and I've weighed myself this morning. And I like doing that. I like the accountability of it. I'll be honest with you. I like seeing what weight I've gained, not fat, what weight I have gained while I've had a little time of overindulgence. So I wouldn't do it for a weekend. Like, I've not done it, we've had bank holiday weekend in mid-March. I had a bit of a day out with the lads and a few beers. But when I've maybe an event, so a weekend away or certainly a holiday, after a little period of overindulgence that's longer than a day, which is all Easter was and that time, I like looking at weight gain. Weight gain, not fat gain. It keeps me accountable. It keeps my head in the game. It makes me, right, come on, let's make sure we get back at it. And I kind of log it as my restart, as it were. So I've always done this kind of from the start of my weight loss journey, maybe not as, not rigid, but maybe not as, I didn't think about it as much when I was first doing it or the importance of it. But all the way through my weight loss journey, I've always had a rule of thumb. Now, I didn't start tracking calories for the first couple of years of my journey. I only started February 2016. Is when I, started booting up my fitness pal. Obviously, I use NutriCheck now, which I'll pin up my NutriCheck for last week as well shortly. But yeah, from starting to track calories, every holiday I've been on, I've always had that. Once I get to the airport, I'm not going to track calories. It's not because I'm ashamed of tracking calories. It's not because I'm scared of seeing what I'm going to do. It's because I've talked about weight loss breaks before. I like having a weight loss break. You need it. You do. You need it. And just like this weekend, I've not done any check-ins with clients. I've not done any social media lives. I've not really looked at my emails or anything like that. Just had a break from what my everyday life is. And that's what I do on holiday. That's what holidays are all about. It's a break from everyday routine. But just like I came back yesterday, I got back to work, I got back to tracking calories. So I always have a cut-off and a restart. And normally, when I have a cut-off and a restart, I will jump on the scales and I'll sort of log it as post-holiday or pre-holiday. Generally, if a check-in sort of falls as it's pre-holiday. That it is what it is. But if I've sort of got a short period, you see there, like I weighed on the 11th, I've weighed on the 16th, log that as post-holiday, which actually I haven't done. On the one you're going to be looking at now, it will say post-holiday. I'll write that in before I pin it to the video. So yeah, so I've gained 6.2 pounds in 3 days. 4 days technically, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Have I gained 3.6 pounds in body fat? No. Over last week, I'm guessing I didn't track calories, didn't track Friday, Saturday or Sunday. I did start again yesterday. I flew home yesterday, but I wanted to stay accountable yesterday. I think it helped it being a Monday, start of a new week. But, I knew I wanted to stay in some control yesterday. And that's what tracking calories does. It keeps me in control. It keeps me focused and looking. Yesterday it got to around tea time-ish. And I think I'd done something like 2,000 calories. My daily allowance is 2,750. That's for weight loss. My maintenance is around between 3,300 and 3,500, something around there. But I wanted to stick to my daily average-ish. So, tea time yesterday, I'm still a bit hungover. I'm a bit tired. I didn't want to cook. Rachel didn't want to cook either. She'd been over to the airport to pick me up and we sorted bits out and I was working. I could quite easily have gone, right, let's have a Chinese, let's have a pizza, let's go to Mackey's and I'm 1,500 calories. But I'd done 2,000 up to tea time. I looked at it and we ended up, we had a bit of a French stick in. So I did that. We had some chicken, chicken tenders in the fridge. So I just did a nice chicken baguette. Chicken tenders, slice of burger cheese on there, lettuce, some light mayonnaise in a nice bit of French baguette. And it was about 700 calories. So half of what a takeaway would have been. And it kept me in control. And I finished yesterday on 3,000 calories. I'll discuss that. Well, I'll kind of discuss that in my next weekly weight loss vlog. I'll tell you when that's going to be towards the end of this one. But yesterday, yeah, I tracked my calories, got back at it, and I had 3,000 calories. So, but stayed accountable. Today, right back at it. But anyway, so I've gained 6.2 pounds of water retention over the last 3 or 4 days, and definitely will have done. You know, I've been drinking alcohol all day Friday, all day Saturday. Didn't have loads on Sunday, actually. I had a few pints in the afternoon on Sunday, then really slowed down Sunday evening. I'd had enough. But alcohol's a diuretic. It makes you wee a lot. It makes you dehydrated. And when the body's dehydrated, it stores excess water. So any fluids I was drinking yesterday, and I drank a lot of fluid yesterday, will be sat kind of stored in my system. So now I'm drinking lots of water today to give my body what it needs. Once my body's confident it's nice and hydrated, any excess water from the last 3 or 4 days will flush out of my system by me peeing a lot for a couple of days or a day. And although I've logged that weight gain on my progress sheet, and in fact I'll write it in now. Like I say, you'll see this when I pin it, but I'm going to put post-holiday, which is what I tend to do. And again, I do this for my clients, so if they're going away, we can log post-holiday, you know, pre-holiday, post-holiday. We'll just see exactly, you know, look, and you build up confidence in yourself. I know, you know, Christmas, I gained 8.8 pounds, right? And there was probably some body fat in that. Well, there was some body fat in that because it was an overindulgent period for 12 days or so. This has been three days of kind of overindulgence. So, you know, I've gained 6.2 pounds, but I know it's water weight. Will there be some body fat in there? I don't think so. Let me get my food diary up for the week, and I'll just discuss with you why I don't think it's. I can't guarantee it's not. I can't guarantee there's not a little bit. Well, I can guarantee it's not all body fat, and I'll tell you why. For me to have gained 6.6 pounds of body fat in 3 days, so I would have to eat about 10 or 11,000 calories a day, Friday, Saturday, and I haven't done that. I know I haven't done that, right? No chance. In fact, it wasn't really that much of an eating holiday. I had some nice food. When I say eating holiday, it wasn't an unhealthy eating holiday, if I'm quite honest with you. I kind of kept to the basics: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We had a bit of Polish food. We went out for a nice Thai on Sunday night. So it was nothing stupidly extravagant. What always destroys my calories, as it were, when I'm away, is hungover Neil struggles to control his calories, and I can be, you know, big bag of Lay's, loads of chocolate and stuff like that. Didn't have any of that. Didn't have any of that on holiday. I'm telling a lie there. I bought a bag of Lay's on Saturday night because I couldn't find anywhere to get any food. Forgetting that I'm in a flipping city. Anyway, I ended up getting an Uber Eats, so I did get some food. So I bought big bag of Lay's on a Saturday night, but then managed to order some food, so I didn't touch them. Sunday night, I had about half the bag, so I might have had 70 grams of crisps all weekend. That was it. Anyway, this is my week's diary. And it's a little bit of a different week diary for me, certainly since I've started doing these weekly weight loss vlogs. Why? Because you will see Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, no calories tracked. And like I say, I don't track my calories when I'm away. I kind of have a rule of thumb. Once I get to an airport, that's it. If I have a weekend away in this country, I'm trying to think, have I ever tracked calories when I've had a weekend away? I don't think I have either. To be honest with you. You know, if I'm not in this house, if I'm staying away from the house, the calories don't get tracked, and it's just, like I say, it's just a little break, and that's how I treat it. Now, if I was someone that, for instance, worked away, and you were away, you know, 3 days every week, or even every other week, or we were in a fortunate kind of position to go on holiday every month or something like that, I can't do that and manage my weight loss. But for the amount, I'm going away a lot of the next couple of weeks, but over a year, the amount I go away, I can control my weight loss. Anyway, yes, I'm going away Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Something that's also really important to me is what I call holiday mode, and not going into holiday mode too early. It could have been very, very easy last week to go, do you know what? I'm away Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's just forget this journey. I can't complete my diary for the week. And that's just never, ever my thought process, and never has been. Sometimes I don't always get straight back into it, but it depends when I come home. So like if we went on holiday for a week and we went Friday to Friday or Saturday to Saturday, I probably would start again. I'd have my restart date on the Monday. But as long as I set my restart date of getting back into things and I stick to it, I'm not really too bothered. But anyway, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can see there. Aim of the game was to bank some calories, which I did. I don't know how many. Did I bank about 2,000 then? 1,900? No, 1,977. So I banked 1,977 calories over 4 days. And I kind of wanted to do a maintenance week last week. Again, I don't know because I've not tracked. But just my own experience, my history of, being on this journey for however long I've been doing it. And I would never have consumed more. And I know that. I've actually had a little look back at it. I reckon I probably did at the most 15,000 calories Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if I've done 15,000 calories Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to Thursday, I've done 9,000 calories. That means I've done 24,000 calories over the week. Looking at my data from this year, I thought my maintenance was about 24,000 calories. I think it might be slightly less than that, maybe about 23,000. So the most I've done last week after having a full-blown stag do Friday, Saturday, Sunday is I've had 1,000 calories more than my maintenance. So I'm in a calorie surplus. 1,000 calories means if I have gained any body fat, the most I've gained is 1/3 of a pound of fat. Like, a pound of fat, you can see one somewhere, you might be able to see it now over my shoulder. It's 3,500 calories. So if I've gone 1,000, I might have gained 1/3 of a pound of fat. And that's why I know that like I say, I know I've not tracked, so I can't 100% guarantee it. But again, looking back on what I've eaten over the last 3 days, or certainly Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what I've drunk while I wasn't tracking, have I done more than 15,000 calories? I'm going to say no. And if I had generally thought I'd done more, I'd tell you, but, I have tracked calories here when I've been drinking for a day, and I never really do more than 5,000. Very, very rare. Very rare. And on holiday, I didn't have a hangover day. I've not had if I go out on a Saturday all day here, Sunday can be a brutal hangover day, but I don't feel I had that hangover day where I'm just craving and eating junk and rubbish all day. We didn't really have that. So, yeah, that's where I've ended up. So, a bit of a different one for me. So I don't know what I finished at the end of the week, but I'm going to guesstimate I'm at maintenance, which is exactly where I wanted to be. And I'm all right with that, Yes, I've gained 6.2 pounds on the scales. A lot of people would panic about that. A lot of people would be spitting the dummy out, getting dead mad. Because the last time, what I weighed this morning, I was talking about this on my TikTok live this morning. What I weighed this morning is the same as what I weighed on the 1st of March. And a lot of people would just see that and go, in 3 days, I've ruined 6 weeks worth of hard work. And it just doesn't work like that. Weight that comes on quick, comes off quick. That water retention will be gone by Friday. And I'm going to weigh in again on Friday. Why? Because I'm away again on Saturday. We are off to New York on Saturday. It's kind of a belated, if any of my friends watch this, they'll laugh because they say we've had about 6 honeymoons since we got married. But our plan was, when me and Rachel, my wife, got married, we wanted to do New York for our honeymoon. As it happened, a few months after we got married, our friends were getting married in Vegas, and we'd already committed to going to that trip. So New York just wasn't going to happen. So we ended up booking it for Christmas. That's just gone, like just before Christmas, going December. It's been on my bucket list to go to New York. And I was like, it's on my bucket list to go to New York at Christmas. Home Alone 2, Elf, absolutely love it. And I'm such a Christmas fiend, it's untrue. But anyway, we booked the flights at Christmas to go. And then when we looked at the hotels, the price was ridiculous. And we couldn't afford to go. So anyway, we moved the flight. And the only time we could move the flight to where it didn't cost us any more money was actually this Saturday going. So we're going on Saturday, and the hotel that we picked to stay in is a third of the price than it was in December. So we're away again on Saturday, and that's why I wanted to get back to things yesterday and track my calories, because I want another good week like I've had there. You've seen, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, nothing's changed. Banked calories for the weekend. I've just gone and enjoyed myself Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's kind of going to be the same this week, except I'm going to have an extra day of banking calories, though I did go 250 over yesterday. But I'm going to aim to be kind of 400-500 under today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. I'm going to be, accountable all the way up to it. Though we have discussed that we might go out for tea on Friday night to get into a little bit of holiday mode, because although I've just been away, this is Rachel's first holiday of the year, and like I say, it's kind of a little bit of a kind of a honeymoon bucket list sort of thing. So I'm really looking forward to it. But anyway, yeah, that's my eating. I normally go through my food diary. I'm going to go through my food diary. Let me go through my food diary: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for what I've tracked there. And then I'm going to go through what I ate and consumed on, and you can let me know in the comments if you want to, whether you think I'm absolutely kidding myself that I've stuck to my maintenance. But we'll discuss it. Right, so let's go through, let's get out of this week view. Let's go day view. Right, there we go. And let's get to Monday day. So, standard week for me. What was it's protein pancakes on Monday for breakfast. Dinner was what have I had for dinner there? Tomato puree. Oh, I did a sandwich a pizza toasty thing. It was absolutely unbelievable. Pink Lady's apple and a protein shake Monday afternoon. I then did pasta bake and a bit of chicken for tea. And then I had a grenade Oreo bar in bed. Tuesday, I had Weetabix with banana on it for breakfast. For lunch, I had my chicken, rice, broccoli. Chicken, rice, broccoli, peppers, onions, and a little bit of my Chinese curry sauce. Mid-afternoon snack, I just had 2 Pink Lady apples. I think I said this last week. I'm really into my Pink Lady apples at the moment. And then tea time, what do we have there? Chicken. Oh, yeah, tea time. I had chicken, chips and beans, but kind of a healthier chicken. So I got 2 low-fat chicken burgers from my local butcher's. Half a tin of beans and some air fried chips. Chicken chips and beans. Healthy. Loads of protein, loads of fibre. Lovely. And then about night time, protein bar, bag of crisps, kind of standard thing. Wednesday. So Wednesday for breakfast, I just had a banana because I was going to the gym quite early. Wednesday for lunch, I had a prawn mayo sandwich from Morrison's and some chicken tikka skewers for a bit of extra protein. Mid-afternoon snack, I had some Cocoa Pops and milk because I was doing a video for TikTok that involved Cocoa Pops and milk. And I had a Satsuma and a Pink Lady apple. And then for tea, my mum came round for tea actually, and we ended up having a chippy for tea. But I just had a lightly battered piece of haddock, a large peas, and 150 grams of chips because I weighed them. So I had a chippy tea for 900 calories. And evening snacks, didn't have anything at all. And then Thursday last week, protein pancakes with me strawberries, blueberries, banana, loads of fruit on there. Love it. For dinner, I had just protein. I bought some of the Aldi chicken skewers, the new protein chicken skewers, and literally I cooked 6 of them and ended up just eating 4 of the skewers. Rachel had one. One I left because I wasn't a big fan of the flavour, the barbecue one. When I first bit it, I was like, that's quite nice. That after finishing nearly one, I was like, that's awful. Mid-afternoon snack, I had a Muller Light yogurt. So I'm not far off being keto on there for breakfast and afternoon snack. And then Thursday night, before going on the stag do, I went and had a KFC. I was working all day. I didn't stop. And it got to about 7:30 at night time. And we went and grabbed a KFC. And do you know what? KFC is a bit of a cheat code for a takeaway when you're on a calorie deficit, when you're trying to lose some weight. And I'll tell you why. Literally, a fillet burger, just a fillet burger, not a box, not a tower, a fillet burger box meal. So fillet burger, piece of chicken, regular fries, gravy, Pepsi Max is 930 calories. If you put box meal into NutriCheck, it comes up at over 1,000. I just put it all in separately, and that's what tallies up with the calories on, because I've checked it on KFC's own nutritional thing, and it's 930 calories. And not only that, you get 54 grams of protein. Now, I think where the discrepancy is, you generally always get a drumstick, which is 170 calories from KFC. But I think like if you get a thigh or the wing piece of chicken, it's a lot more. But I always ask for a drumstick because it has the best coating on it. 930 calories. In the grand scheme of things, that is pretty decent for your tea. It's not terrible for a takeaway whatsoever. You know, if you're getting something that's quick and convenient for under 1,000 calories, it gives you 54 grams of protein. Yeah, it's got a bit of saturated fat in it. I'm not saying it's the healthiest thing in the world, but it's certainly not the unhealthiest. It really, really isn't. So that was that was kind of up to the stag do. Right, let me go through quickly what I had on the stag do, and you can tell me if I think I'm absolutely cheating myself when it comes to sticking to 5,000 calories a day. So Friday we had for breakfast, got to the airport, had a bacon barm. That's all I had. I just had a bacon barm in the airport. I refuse to pay. I can be a tight arse at times. And a bacon barm £6, which is ridiculously expensive for a bacon sandwich, but it's just airports, isn't it? And we're flying from Terminal 3 Manchester, which I absolutely despise. We're flying from there again this week when we go to New York, so we've got to go down to Heathrow and then fly from there. But yeah, I absolutely flipping despise it. Anyway, because if you go to the other terminals, you've got like a Pret or a Greggs or something, you can actually get something half decent. It's not going to absolutely have your pants down. But anyway, I just had a bacon barm. This is food. I'm just going to tell you food. And then when we got to Poland, we went mooching about and we ended up in the old town and ended up trying pierogies, which are like Polish dumplings. They were amazing. And we got sort of a platter of about 20 of them between 5 of us. So we just had 4 each. And then at night time, I went to a bit of a chain over there. We don't really have doner kebab chains. We've got loads of independents there. It's like a chain. And doner kebabs is massive. I suppose Poland's not a million miles away from like Turkey or Greece or something like that. Kebab shops everywhere. We went to this chain called King Kebab. What a kebab. And they did like a fitness kebab. And it was like a leaner beef doner, chicken, loads of salad in a wrap. And I had one of them. That was it. That's all I ate on Friday. So if I class the bacon barm as a Greggs bacon barm, which is roughly what it was, 330 calories, I reckon those pierogies were 100 calories each. Had a bit of sour cream in it for the bits, say 500 calories. And that kebab was 800 calories, I know that. So I had 1,600 calories. So then I've got to ask myself, did I have 3,400 calories in alcohol? And I'm going to say no, because I wouldn't have been able to move on Saturday. I mean, I was a bit rough on Saturday. But I know I didn't, because I had 2 pints in the airport. And then we had about 4 or 5 pints in the afternoon walking about. Then we went to the hotel to check in. And that we didn't check in until about 6 o'clock because we were wandering around having a few beers. The stag collapsed and didn't come back out. I think he was just tired anyway because we were up at stupid o'clock. And we went back out. And when we went back out, I was on like Bacardi and Diet Cokes. And I had 3 or 4 of them. And then I went and passed out as well. So I'm like, well, no, if I've had 8 pints, 1,600 calories, 3 or 4, that's 2,000 calories. So really, I had about 4,600 calories on. Oh no, did I say 2,000? Yeah, sorry, about 2,000. I had about 3,600 calories on Friday. Saturday would have been a bit worse because food-wise, Mackey's breakfast in the morning, lunch. I had pork goulash, which was a Polish dish, and then tea. I don't think we had anything. I think we just went out drinking, if I'm being honest with you. And then I got one of them fitness kebabs on the way back after being out at about 11 o'clock at night. So again, I'm going to say, yeah, I had a Mackey's breakfast. Don't do hash browns in Poland. So I had sausage, egg McMuffin and fries. Well, that's about 700 calories and a milkshake, which saved my life. It was absolutely sensational. 1,000 calories. Beef goulash for dinner, pork goulash, probably been about 800 calories, 1,800 calories, and another one of them kebabs, so 2,600 calories. Did have 2,400 calories of alcohol on Saturday. Had a lot of baby Guinness, so probably. But again, I was like over 1,000 under on Friday. This is just in my thought process going through it. So, and then Sunday, Sunday was quite sophisticated. We ended up with another McDonald's breakfast. Just had the same thing again, 1,000 calories. Lunch on Sunday, I don't think we had any. I can't remember. Oh, we did. We got some nachos and some little bite thing. We went to a pub. We got like a bit of a beige smorgasbord, but we got some nachos and we just picked at that. I wasn't really that hungry. Then I had a few pints in the afternoon, maybe 4 or 5 pints in the afternoon. Then we went out for a Thai Sunday night, very sophisticated for a stag do, and it was absolutely sensational. It was so good. And then after that, I was full. I knew I was flying back, so I didn't really drink after that. So I probably did 3,500 calories on Sunday, maybe something like that. So again, that's my own thought process. You might be like, no way did you just do it? And I did, honestly. That's kind of way. And then I had half a bag of Lay's in bed at night time, which was 350 gram bag, 75 grams of Lay's would be about 400 calories, something like that, 350, 400 calories. Didn't really have any chocolate, didn't have any cakes or anything like that over the weekend. So, yeah, there we go. So, calories were all good. One thing we did do at the weekend. Steps, right? Let me get the steps up. Wow, yeah, I did some steps. I was literally saying to myself before we were going, I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to take it easy in terms of steps. Got New York this week coming up, and obviously for me, I've got to protect my knees a little bit. I've got rheumatoid arthritis in both my knees. So they can be, I'm on prescription meds for it. And touch wood, my knees have been decent for the last, I would say this year, it's certainly for the last 6-8 weeks, they've been playing the game a little bit. And as the weather sort of warms up a little bit and brightens up, my mobility improves. And I was good in Poland, but it was warm. Like it shouldn't be. It's 10 degrees there today and raining. But they've had a heat wave. Last weekend was like 27 every day. This weekend, I'd say between 18 and 23, something like that. With lovely t-shirt weather. You didn't need a jumper on or anything like that. And a Saturday afternoon, we sat outside having a couple of beers, and it was lovely, like hot, like I could have been in Spain. Anyway, this is my steps. So, considering I was going to take it a bit easy and protect my knees, so it looks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday, I kind of did nothing. But as you can see there, that step count was going up to 30,000. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm hovering, I think the lowest, was I under 10? Yeah, on Monday, I think I did 9,000 steps on Monday. Excuse me. Tuesday, I was just over 10, like 10,500. Wednesday, Thursday, I was about 12,000 steps. Friday, this thing, the old Apple Watch, conked out at 9 p.m. and I got in at 10:30. Right, well, I don't know I got in at 10:30. I did an Uber Eats and got one of them, I think I got one of them kebabs at Uber Eats. Or did I go and get a kebab? I can't remember. I got in at 10:30. I don't know when I got in. I might have messaged someone saying I got in at 10:30. I can't. Anyway, I got in at 10:30 on Friday night. But I remember my watch conking out at like 9 o'clock. So I did 23 and a bit thousand steps up to 9 p.m. And for an hour and a half after that, I wandered round for a bit because I got lost and couldn't find the hotel. And we were in a karaoke bar and I was doing a bit of dancing and a bit of karaoke. So I reckon I was knocking on 26,000 steps, maybe a bit more on Friday. Anyway, so yeah, good step count there. Saturday was a bit more chilled out. We were sort of hitting these pubs, and we sort of found 3 pubs in a row that we liked. So we just sort of mooched between them. So there was no treading at all. And Saturday morning went shooting guns, right? It was brilliant. I'm not gonna deny it. I absolutely loved it. We did like a Call of Duty thing package, AK-47, M4 carbine. It was Magnum pistols. It was absolutely ace. So that Saturday morning, and then just went round a couple of pubs quite close to the hotel on Saturday day. Irish bar standard when you're away, innit? So I did 12,000 steps on Saturday, and then Sunday we went for a good walk in the morning just to clear our heads. And there was not much to do. We didn't have anything booked in till 1 o'clock. We were going to like this little events place where they had like a big crazy golf and like a bit like a junkyard golf, and they had a bit like a junkyard golf and shuffleboard and a few other bits and pieces. We went there to one, so we went for a good walk. So I did like 17,000 steps on Sunday. So anyway, averaged 13,523 steps last week. So the step count, if you want to go get your steps in, go to Warsaw for the weekend. Do you know what? Really enjoyed it. Very, very, not kind of what I was expecting. Just wasn't touristy at all. Wasn't touristy at all. And I don't mean I was expecting it to be like really touristy, but it's the capital city, and you always think there's probably something there, right? But they're just really, I mean, maybe I just wasn't looking. But like I said, I've never been to Poland, but there wasn't, it was just like being in a city with no culture. Because any city around here that you go to, is there bits to do? I suppose, I live near, I was 45 minutes to an hour away from Manchester and Liverpool, which have obviously got loads of history and loads of bits to see. Our capital city is London, which again's got loads of history. But there just didn't seem to be loads to do. But I really enjoyed it. And we literally didn't see another English person, which again I loved, We met some lads that were French. They were good guys. Obviously a lot of Polish people. A couple of people from Belarus, Georgia, a couple of other places. Irishmen that own the Irish bar. But yeah, we went to we found one English pub. You've got to when typical Brits abroad, because we wanted to watch the football. And there was actually, I'm telling you, I said I didn't meet another English person. There was about 4 lads in there that were English. And in the Irish bar, we met a guy that was English from Bolton, but he'd lived in Poland for 30 years. He lived in Poland for 30 years because he had the strangest accent. He kind of went from like a bit Polish to a little bit Manc to obviously Bolton, all in. Anyway, it was a random one, but it was brilliant. Last week in terms of the gym, just hit the gym 4 times. Standard, hit the gym 4 times. I'll stick the bits up. What am I sticking the bits up for? Oh yeah, sticking the bits up for the gym. Where are the bits for the gym? Let me have a scan through here. Let's see what we've got. So I went to the gym, did my weights Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Went to the gym at 3 o'clock on Tuesday. I do not like going in the afternoon at all. Did weights, but I also did, as you can see there, I did half an hour on Tuesday on the cross trainer. It split, the workout split because it stopped it halfway through for some unknown reason, and then didn't record it. So I had to add the data in and then start the workout again. But I did half an hour cross trainer, 20 minutes of weights on Tuesday, but then just hit weights. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So movement last week, really, really good. And calories good, stayed accountable. Do you know what? Yeah, like I say, I am perfectly confident that I was around about maintenance. And if I wasn't, I would not have been much into a calorie surplus at all. Right, this week. So yeah, we're off to New York on Saturday. So my plan for this week is I'm tracking calories I tracked yesterday, today, tomorrow, up to Friday. Going to bank some calories. No tracking Saturday or Sunday. We're away next week as well. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're back Thursday. Now, I am going to get straight back into it next week on Friday. So I won't be... I am going to track on Thursday. So I'll be tracking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week. Though next week, I'm not too worried about where my calories are at. This week, the plan is calorie maintenance, just like last week, if I'm being honest with you, because I'm going to bank some calories up to, I'm hoping to have about 1,750 calories in the bank by Saturday. And then obviously if maintenance calories gives me an extra 7,000 for the weekend. So my daily average is 2,750, that's 5,500. Having a maintenance gives me an extra 3,500. What did I just say then? 7,000 for the weekend. No, it doesn't. Gives me an extra 3,500 for the week. So my daily average is 2,750. So I'd have 2,750 Saturday, 2,750 Sunday. It's 5,500 plus those maintenance calories on top. So I've got 9,000 and I'll have banked 1,750. So basically, if I stick to around 10, 11,000 calories Saturday, Sunday, which again, we're traveling to New York. It's going to be a lot of pizza, some bagels, a couple of beers, maybe some donuts, maybe definitely a Chick-fil-A is going to be in there, probably Saturday or Sunday. But am I going to do more than 11,000 calories Saturday, Sunday? I can't see it. I genuinely can't. I know the portions are pretty big over there and this, that and the other, but yeah, I would have thought I might be on the money. But again, I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near. And then next week, I'm quite happy to do a bit of a surplus week. I generally am. It's just, it will be pretty much my first one of the year. And a surplus week is where you consume more calories than you burn. And that would be some body fat gain. Excuse me. I'm going to get back to me tracking Thursday when we're traveling. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We actually come back Wednesday, but we kind of land Thursday because you kind of lose a day when you come back from America. So I will be tracking Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Obviously, the weekend is the weekend. I won't be drinking or anything like that, but I do like a bit more freedom at the weekend. It's just kind of how things work. I could next week go, no, you're going to have your higher calorie days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then and probably aim to be certainly in a maintenance by the end of the week. But I'm going to track, but I'm just not going to, again, it's going to be a bit of a guesstimation, but I would have thought I'd probably end up consuming next week a few more calories than I burn. Not a lot, but can I see myself doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in New York over 5,000? Well, it depends what the food situation is. But unlike the stag do I've just been on, it's not going to be boozy. I'm not bothered about drinking in it. I'll have a little beer here and there if we stop at a bar or something like that, but I'm really not bothered about drinking much at all. So yeah, that's the plan. Now next week's weekly weight loss vlog, I haven't quite decided yet. I will either record it when I'm kind of back Thursday and just discuss, this week that's happening and tell you about how New York was for a couple of days, and then the week, or I might just skip a week. All right, so I might just skip a week next week and kind of do a double bubble one, which would be not 2 weeks today, which would be 2 weeks yesterday. So that would be 15, 22, like the 29th of April. So there might not be one next week. So the 29th of April, I might do like a double bubble one and discuss this week and the first 2 days in New York. And then next week, the 3 days in New York, traveling back, and then how Saturday, Sunday, Monday went. So I think that's probably, now I'm sat here talking about it, I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So there probably might be a week off, just because, like I say, I'm away, and do on that way. And then the week after that, we're away again. So again, there's probably not going to be a weekly weight loss vlog. But I don't know, because we're going away. We're going, Rachel's cousin's renewing her wedding vows over in Mexico. So we're going there for a week. But I am going to be working a bit out there as well, which I don't mind doing. So I'm going to take my mic. I'm going to take my mic with me. Take the old mic with me. And I might do a weekly weight loss vlog while I'm out there. So I might do it out there and upload it in the hotel. I'm taking my laptop with me, taking obviously my phone with me and all my bits and pieces. So I might do one out there, but I don't know yet. So it might be a case of missing. I think now discussing it, I'm going to miss next week, and there'll be like a double bubble one where I'll cover sort of 2 weight loss weeks. And then if I don't record one in Mexico, it'll be the same again. It'll be kind of, let's record 2 weight loss weeks. Because to be honest with you, when I get back from Mexico, I think we get back on like the 11th of May or something like that, then the weekly weight loss vlog, easy for you to say, on the Monday, there's not going to be any diary to consume because I will not, that is 1 week where I'm not tracking calories whatsoever, which will be Bank Holiday May, I think. Is it 3rd, 4th? Yeah, it'll be this from the 6th of May up until that is the first week of the year where not 1 calorie is going to be tracked. So we get back from Mexico on the Saturday and I will restart on the Monday. So that'll be my first total weight loss break. Right. Anyway, there we go. All right. That's it. That's it for this week's weekly weight loss vlog. It's been a good one. I've really enjoyed it. And do you know what? You've got to have that little bit of confidence in yourself. In all honesty, you can have that little bit of confidence in yourself that you can have, some days here and there. I'm not saying loads of days here and there. I'm not saying, I've talked about weight loss breaks quite a bit. We'll do a podcast on them that's a bit more in depth about weight loss breaks. Oh, I've already done one. I can't remember. I'll do a podcast on them that's a little bit more. In depth about weight loss breaks because it is important to incorporate them. But you've got to have the confidence of, like I've had that bump this morning on scales, understanding, to keep you positive. It's all about keeping positive. Okay. Right, guys, until next time. As always, if you want to come on my one-to-one plan, you want to join my community, you need a bit of help, bit of support with your weight loss, that's what I do. I know some of you guys will just take inspiration from these vlogs. But if you just feel you need a bit extra, you can come on board. I do, by the way, come on board, have 3 Boss Your Protein boxes left. So if you want one of those, I'll put all the details in the description as well. 3 for April, and then there'll be a new one out for May in a couple of weeks. That's it, right? All done and dusted. I probably won't see you next week. So the next one will be a week on Monday. I'm going to try my very, very best to do a new podcast for this week and try and get possibly 2 recorded so I can post one this week and one for next week. So you'll have something to have a watch of while I'm away. But if not, I'll see you on the next weekly weight loss vlog. I'm still doing social media lives this week as well. TikTok. And obviously, if you're in my community, we've got the Facebook group and the Zoom sessions. But my next YouTube content will probably, certainly for these weekly weight loss vlogs, will be week commencing the 29th of April. So until then, make sure you boss your weight loss.